Hey friends, this is the Miss Wolfie from our half-acre homestead with a tea break. The beans are done and it's time to start working on the potatoes, but first I have to sort them for washing. Okay, so the reason I'm doing my tea break here, okay, first off, the canning videos are coming. But my power's been off all morning, so it's you know, I'm starting late, and right now I'm sorting through the potatoes. There are some really little ones here. I want the really little ones for small jars for hash browns and stuff. Like, this is a medium. People out in potato country are going, when I say, there's a large, they're saying, no, that's not a large. Actually, folks, if you went to a potato farm, like out in New Brunswick or PEI, they sell most of their large potatoes right from harvest to the French fry companies. And trust me, they're like this big. They're huge. How do I know this? Arthur's, oh, I got a red one. Arthur's biological father was raised on a potato farm. That's how I know that. So I chose to pay the extra for new potatoes for canning. Why? Because right now, anything you buy in the store, oh, I might have to keep that one for baking. Anything you buy in the store is from last year. And they're getting soft and full of eyes, and they've been sprayed with no bud or no nip or whatever it's called. So if I'm leaning this way a lot, it's because when I was canning the beans, I got all the beans canned. You saw me. I went in the pool and everything. But that night, I woke up in the middle of the night. I was heavily medicated and I wanted something to eat. Yes, I'm talking about the munchies. And I came out and I grabbed an apple. I always keep a bowl of apples here. And I took a paring knife and I went to cut it all the way across. And the pressure on my thumb said, you've had enough. Because I had been cutting beans all day. And then I had broken off the stalks of 6 dozen corn. And my hand just said, see, this is almost small enough to be whole, but I can cut that in half with a baby potato. Yeah, so my hand just said, nah, I've had enough. So that's up until this morning, my hand was wrapped with, believe it or not, comfrey leaves and horse bandage. I'll be doing, let me know if you want me to do a video on comfrey, because there's a lot of, that one has to be trimmed. There's a lot of things you can do with comfrey, and when you plant it, it takes over. So if you're ever going to plant comfrey, plant it in a place where it can just go nuts and you're not going to have to worry about it. Mine's planted over with my colt's foot, where my colt's foot grows wild naturally, because it's also a medicinal plant. So I'm naturally starting a new herbal growing area out around my apple trees, because it doesn't get disturbed a lot, right? The dogs don't go there and poop or anything like that. So anyway, my power, I woke up this morning and my power was off. And so I went back to bed because my hand was still really sore. But it's just now come back on. So I've got my jars in the dishwasher being cleaned and sanitized. You probably won't get the potato canning video for a couple of days because, oops, those are really small. See, I get distracted when I'm talking, y'all. You probably won't get the potato video for a couple of days. Likewise, the tomato video. Why? Because it takes time. Especially on a day like today when it's like noon hour and I'm just now starting to get sorting because my power was out. Oh, for the folks who asked me why didn't I can outside if it was so hot, if you remember, we just had the pig roast and Daddy moved my propane stove and everything up towards the road so that people could use it if they needed it, right? And even if it was on the front deck, I gotta say this, even if it was on the front deck, I use my outdoor stove in emergencies. That's kind of what it's for. I was going to use it for an outdoor kitchen, but then by the time I get all my jars out of the dishwasher and outside, all my vegetables scrubbed, washed, prepped, and outside. Scrub, wash, cooked, par cooked, and prepped, and outside. By the time I get all my equipment out there, it's a lot of extra work when everything I have and everything I need is right here in my kitchen. So yeah, I could have used it if it was on my porch, but it's basically for emergencies only. Or if we just want, if it's really too hot and we want something cooked, but we don't want to do it in the house. So that's why, see, we consider this a big potato, but I mean, they come out almost twice that size from the farms. So that's why I don't do any canning outside. It's a lot of extra work. Ooh, that's dirty and dead. It's a lot of extra work to can outside when everything you need is right in your kitchen. So what else is going on? Yes, it's a couple of weeks. On the 24th, Daddy and I are going away camping. Oh, I can't wait. He sleeps out in the coach, and he's getting much better night's sleep. He's sleeping out in the coach because he likes air conditioning and I don't. All right? He likes air conditioning and I don't. There's also the fact that when at night, even though we sleep in separate beds for the most part, I hog the fan, okay? Because we're in two separate beds. And the fan he has isn't cool enough and yada yada. But then again, I'm also getting up in the middle of the night. So while it's okay to, while the weather's warm enough for him to sleep outside in the air conditioning, he's going to do that. But there's also the fact that we've had a real run on raccoons this year. And that's another thing he's doing. He is protecting the flock. There's still one big raccoon that no matter how many, he's put two big solid rocks in front of the door to the turkey pen. And they're not after the turkey, they're after the eggs. Okay? And they're coming in daylight now. Because Daddy went out and went, oh, and when he pulled in yesterday, he saw an egg in the turkey yard and he went, oh, good, an egg. When he went out, it was gone. When he came in, dropped the mail off, said hello, gave me a kiss, went back out to do the chores, and the egg was gone. And the raccoon is really big, and it's like he's killed 6 or 7 raccoons, 8 raccoons, protecting our flock. But there's a real persistent one that's big enough to move rocks that big from away from the door. Thank God our roosters, yes, I tease about the roosters, but I'll tell you something, that big aggressive rooster is the only reason those chickens, well, that and Papa, no raccoon wants to mess with him. So he sleeps by the chicken coop door, the rooster does. So yeah, for all my joking about, canning chicken this weekend, we're leaving that big rooster until the raccoon issue is past. Isn't my life exciting? Sitting here, sorting potatoes. But that's okay, because as soon as they're sorted, I'm going to go for a swim. And yes, Smarty Pants, for the person who noticed, yeah, I was skinny dipping in my pool. Because I can. I can. You can't see me from the road unless you actually stand on the road and stare. Why shouldn't I skinny dip? I'm in the middle of the country. I'm surrounded by trees. And if my neighbor decides to look, well, sorry, I don't sell memory pills for what you just saw, so you'll have to live with that for the rest of your life. So, all my potatoes, see, some of these potatoes are really small, but they're actually lovely for canned potatoes. Like some of them are just seeds damn near, right? But still, whoop, no, still got a few more. And only one, okay, two. Only 2 bad potatoes in the entire bunch. And lots of dirt. So, cool. Most of these are going to be cut up except for the itty bitty little ones. Most of these are going to be cut up so that they're all the right size. But I'm really happy with this haul because they are new potatoes. This is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying, potato sorting is done. I'm going for a swim. Take care. God bless.